Hello and a warm welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Global TV AM News in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I am Anthony Momodu. President Bola Tinubu's Chief of Staff, Femi Gbajabiamila, debunked reports on Wednesday suggesting that 10 billion naira had been budgeted for the renovation of his official residence in Abuja. Gbajabiamila, in a statement on X, said he has seen social media commentary regarding the 2024 appropriation bill, particularly the provisions under the Office of the Chief of Staff to the President. Gbajabiamila, in the statement, further explained that the sums proposed for these budgets are clearly stated in the budget proposal and bear no resemblance to the deceptive online commentary. He added that President Tinubu's administration welcomes and encourages scrutiny of government expenditure. This is why the budget proposal is publicly available. Civil servants whose salaries were initially withheld by the federal government owing to what was described as technical glitches and discrepancies on the platform of the Integrated Payroll and Personal Information System, IPPIS, have now started receiving credit alerts of November salaries. Several senior civil servants confirmed the development to our correspondent in Abuja on Wednesday. In an effort to boost trade, tourism, and economic relations with the oil-rich state of Kuwait, Nigeria, at the ongoing International Civil Aviation Negotiation (ICANN) event of the International Civil Aviation Organization (ICAO) holding in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, signed the legal instrument of BASA for the commencement of direct flights, passengers, and cargo between Nigeria and Kuwait. Signing the BASA on behalf of Nigeria, the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, SAN, noted that the agreement would enhance the desired economic ties and cooperation between the two countries. He urged the different players in the aviation sector of both countries to latch on the opportunities being provided with the signing of the BASA to derive maximum benefit from it. Similarly, the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, also held bilateral talks with respect to commencement of flight operations for passengers and cargo between Nigeria and Iran with the aeronautical authorities of the Islamic Republic of Iran, led by the President of Iran Civil Aviation Authority, Mohammadi Baghsh. A statement by Odutayo Oluseyi, Head Press and Public Affairs of the Ministry, said the minister alluded to the fact that Iran and Nigeria had come a long way and international politics should not be used as a barrier to stifle the harmonious relationship that existed between the two countries. He assured the Iranians that he would work in concert with other government agencies towards ensuring the commencement of flight operations between the two nations. The Federal Capital Territory Administration has earmarked the sum of 48,152,880,105 naira of its 2024 budgetary allocation for the Greater Abuja Water Supply Project, multilateral and bilateral project tied loan. The amount represents 73% of its total budget of 65,262,626,636 naira, as observed in the 2024 appropriation bill released by the Budget Office of the Federation on Wednesday. The FCT Minister Nelson Wike, while presenting a 61.6 billion naira 2023 supplementary budget to the Senate and House committees on FCT last Wednesday, had stated that he planned to allocate the greater part of the FCT budget to capital expenditures and the rest of the budget to recurrent expenditure. Justice Haruna Samani, the lead judge for the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal that affirmed the victory of President Bola Tinubu in the February 25th poll is one of those that have just been recommended to the Supreme Court bench by the National Judicial Council. Samani presided over the five-man appeal court panel that included Justice Stephen Ada, Justice Musurat Balaji Yusuf, Justice Moses Ugo, and Justice Abba Muhammad. The Election Tribunal, in a unanimous decision, held that the People's Democratic Party and Labour Party candidates, Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi respectively, as well as other petitioners, failed to substantiate their allegations against the poll conducted by the Independent National Electoral Commission. On Wednesday, the NJC recommended Samani and 10 other justices for appointment to the Supreme Court bench. A coalition of Niger Delta youth groups converged in the nation's capital, Abuja, to protest the continuous trivial matter between the FCT Minister, Nelson Wike, and the incumbent Governor, Sibini Leye Fubara. The Rivers concerned youth called on President Bola Tinubu to wade into the leadership crisis rocking the state as a matter of urgency. Global Television correspondent tells us more. The concerned youth accused the FCT minister of causing chaos in the state, leading to the loss of potential investors. Chairman, Ijaw Youth Council Eastern Zone, Tanumo Popo, called on President Bola Tinubu to wade into the matter, while pleading with the warring leaders to shield the source for the good of the state.
Our president, to do more. We know we are going into this matter. We appeal to you to do more. Because the rumors we're hearing, if you don't use your power and if you allow this to escalate, it will affect your government.
The Eastern Zone chairman laments that the continuous crisis will derail the growth of the state, as other Niger Delta youth also express their concerns about the lingering crisis.
To the conscience of the FCT minister, we need Sinala Fubara as governor of Rivers State. We need him too as the FCT minister. We are proud of both of them. Not because we agree. We are proud of both of them. If there's any problem they have, please let them emphasize on that. They should settle it behind closed doors. Coming to public domain will ridicule Rivers State.
Please, in the name of God, I beg them to calm down and let peace reign in Rivers State.
He, however, frowned at the questionable impeachment process instituted by the State House of Assembly lawmakers in a bid to oust the sitting governor.
Please shift your sword for the interests of Rivers youth, for the interests of Ijaw youth, for the interests of all Rivers people. If this fight continues, it will affect our born generation. We are appealing to the members of Rivers Assembly. Anybody that sue anybody to court, to go and withdraw their case for the interest of Rivers State, for peace to reign, and let normalcy return back to Rivers State, so that it will not scare away investors in Rivers State.
There is no gainsaying that no meaningful progress can be achieved in a state of anarchy and disunity. Thus, the need for all parties to come together in peace. Anthony Momodu, Global Television News. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has presented a 434.2 billion naira 2024 appropriation bill, Christian Budget of Economic Recovery, to the House of Assembly, noting that the budget is a chance for his administration to show its responsiveness to the current economic situation in the country. The governor, while presenting the budget proposal to the House presided over by the Speaker, Adebo Ogundoyi, said his government had been proactive in responding to the hardship people face. He added that the administration had taken all necessary steps to ensure that the 2024 budget addresses the economic challenges of the coming year and also ensure that his vision of sustainable development in the state is achieved. The total capital expenditure in the proposed budget estimates stands at 222,337,320,199 naira and 85 kobo, while the total recurrent expenditure is 211,884,445,738 naira 94 kobo, with education, infrastructure, and health sectors getting the lion's share of the allocations. The chairman of the Senate Appropriation Committee, Senator Adeola Olamilekan, has ordered the Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mela Kyari, to appear before the committee in 24 hours. The committee chairman on Wednesday also asked Kyari to be present in the company of the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission. The oil agency had earlier ignored summons by the Senate to appear before its committee over probing of over 11 trillion naira expenditure on turnaround maintenance of the refineries in the country between 2010 and 2023. For a second time, the committee also demanded they present the list of all individual companies operating with OML licenses in Nigeria and the total production output approved daily. It was earlier reported that the House of Representatives Committee on Public Petition had ordered the arrest of the Central Bank of Nigeria's governor, Olayemi Kaduso, Accountant General of the Federation, Olatoyin Madin, and 17 others over failure to appear before it for questioning on their functions. The motion for the arrest was moved on Tuesday by Fred Igbedi of the People's Democratic Party, Bayelsa, noting that the arrest was unavoidable due to the behavior of those invited, as they had been invited more than thrice without showing up. Protesters stormed the National Assembly premises in Abuja on Wednesday in reaction to the Sunday bombing of a village in Kaduna State. The protesters, who occupied the National Assembly entrance gate for more than 2 hours, demanded justice for the victims and challenged the Minister of Defense, Abubakar Baduru, to either live up to his responsibility or resign. Addressing newsmen, the leader of the protesters under the aegis of the National Youth Council of Nigeria Northwest Zone and Ariwa Youth Movement, Nasir Ishaku, demanded justice for the victims. The Nigerian Army has expressed its readiness to cooperate with the media to enhance peace in Nigeria. Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Tuwareed Lagbaja disclosed this while declaring open the 2023 Directorate of Army Public Relations and Nigerian Army School of Public Relations and Information Media Workshop in Abuja. The Army Chief, who was represented by the Commandant of the Army Cyber Warfare Command, Major General Adeleke Ayanuga, says the firm will create an avenue for elaborate discussions, cross-fertilization of ideas, clarification, and appreciable synergy among the participants and stakeholders. Kikelomo Okere has the rest of the story.
While declaring the 2023 Directorate of Army Public Relations, Nigerian Army School of Public Relations and Information Media Workshop open, the representative of the Chief of Army Staff explained that through effective collaboration and partnership in all spheres of national security, the noble cause of profiling workable strategy and enhancing mutual support among relevant stakeholders can be achieved. The cohorts called on all participants to apply the knowledge and ideas that will be gathered at the workshop towards ensuring that all forms of criminal activities that constitute a threat to the national concession are stamped out, not only through tactical means, but the effective information sharing and reportage across board.
Continuous and seamless collaboration between the Nigerian Army and the media must be maintained at all times. Consequently, this important gathering is to remind us that the Nigerian Army in particular and the armed forces of Nigeria in general relies on this support of the media to perform their statutory roles as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic. I therefore urge you all to ensure that the synergy be aggressively sustained so that our respective mandates could be holistically dissected to complement and create the understanding of our various constitutional roles towards achieving peace and security in our dear nation.
In his welcome address, the acting commandant, Nigerian Army School of Public Relations and Information, Lieutenant Colonel Adamu Nugode, explained that collaboration between military security agencies and media should be nurtured at all times in order to meet every operational objective. He stressed the need to hold public support through winning the hearts and the minds of the populace for the success of the operation through media platforms.
This further necessitated the choice of this team for this workshop. I wish to state that the urgent need to eliminate and avoid media antipathy cannot be overemphasized, as its implication pose great threat on our national security. This is necessary because the security challenges confronting our dear nation require a robust synergy between the security agency and the media, while playing their various role in maintaining national security.
The theme for the Directorate of Army Public Relations, Nigerian Army School of Public Relations and Information Media Workshop is titled Harnessing the Potential of Media for Effective Military Operation Within a Joint Environment. Kike Lomo Ukeri, Global Television News.
The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has disclosed plans to organize a one-day sensitization workshop for personnel of security agencies to profile a lasting solution to the consistent attacks on schools by kidnappers in the north-central geopolitical zone. According to the NSCDC, the workshop, which is expected to have 500 security personnel in attendance, will be held at the Nasarawa State Government House, Lafia, the state capital, on Thursday. The Commandant National Safe Schools Response Coordination Center, CSC Teso Shapara, disclosed this during a press briefing in the Doma local government area of Nasarawa State. The National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, in a campaign to raise awareness of the negative impact that violence and abuse have on women and children, held a national conference for women with disability in commemoration of its 16 days of activism. Global TV's Fauza Lukman completes the story.
In line with the 16 days of activism, the National Commission for Persons with Disability held a national conference for women with disability with the theme Invest to Reduce Gender-Based Violence Against Women and Girls with Disability. The conference saw major stakeholders in various ministries, departments, and agencies. Speaking at the event, the Executive Secretary of the Commission, Dr. James Daniel Lalu, said that for the nation to achieve the goal of empowering women with disabilities, there is a need for proper budgetary allocation.
That empowerment is the key to setting our women free. And therefore, empowerment comes with money. Honorable Chairman, sir, when it comes with money, it is expected to be backed up with proper budgetary allocation.
During the conference, Honorable Bashir Daudu expressed his gratitude towards the executives of the people with disabilities and emphasized the importance of collaboration. He reiterated the federal government's unwavering commitment to acting as a voice for the voiceless within the community.
It is important how the government is able to assist in this area. One of the ways the House of Representatives work is by virtue of making laws and motions. And if you have been paying attention, you will see the 4 motions that are already moved about persons with disabilities. The budget of the Commission is one of the lowest in the national budget for 35 million people. We don't think that is acceptable. That's something that we definitely are going to change.
Speaking further, the Human Rights Commission representatives speak on the Commission creating an office specifically for women and children and call for more access to infrastructure and health facilities.
Due to the passion that the President Executive Secretary has for persons with disabilities and women and children, when he assumed office, he created 4 departments and 2. One of them is women and children, specifically for women and children, to deal with matters that relate to women and children. I'm looking forward to seeing toilet facilities, not just economic empowerment. Anytime I enter an institution, what comes to mind is, do they have toilet facilities that accommodate persons with disabilities?
The highlight of the conference is for women with disabilities to not be left behind. The whole world is celebrating 16 days of activism against gender-based violence against girls and women. Therefore, women and girls with disabilities should be inclusive. Fauziya Lukman, Global TV News.
Following the death of the victim of the so-called one-chance attack, Greatness Olurufemi, on Tuesday, 26 September 2023, a 9-person panel inaugurated by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, on the 5th of October has presented a report of its findings at a press briefing held in Abuja. Sharon Ajay was there for Global Television.
As part of its mandate, the panel said it relied, among other sources, on eyewitness accounts of those directly involved in the situation who were invited to speak to the panels in order to aid effective investigation into the case and credible evidence sourced from social media. The panel stated that its investigation, based on accounts of the driver who brought in the late Greatness and closed secured television, it was evidence from the medical personnel that the deceased was confirmed dead prior to arrival at the hospital.
The casualty nurse, we found out that the casualty nurse, the house officer, the casualty officer in the emergency who attended and examined Miss Greatness, they attended to her. The casualty nurse first attended to her within 40 seconds of her arrival. 40 seconds of her arrival. And then there was also a doctor that was passing by who attended to her within 3 minutes. And there was also the casualty officer who attended to her before completion of 5 minutes of arrival, respectively. They all testified and she was brought in dead.
Mandate Secretary, Health Services and Environment of the Federal Capital Territory, Adedolapo Fasewi, stated that security concerns in the country and FCT led to the unavoidable death, adding that she had issued an apology to the family of the deceased on how her body was treated, with an assurance of a duly conducted autopsy.
Unfortunately, Miss Greatness's death is due, as we have all heard, to insecurity in our country and in FCT. I will not mince words in saying this is another unavoidable death. And in dealing with this, the Minister of the FCT has called all security arms of government to beef up security in the FCT. And not only that, he has also committed to ensuring that there's safe transportation for commuters in the FCT.
Sharon Ajay reporting for Global TV News.
The Bauchi State Police Command has revealed that the 500-level geology student of the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, who was stabbed and later died in the hospital, was trying to retrieve his girlfriend's handbag from some assailants when the incident happened. Agabadu was said to be returning to his lodge situated around the Yewan Tudu Market in the Yewa area, a suburb of the Bauchi metropolis, at about 7 p.m. on Saturday, when he was attacked and rushed to the hospital for medical treatment, but did not survive injuries sustained from the stabbing. The incident sparked a protest among students of the school who came out in their numbers at the Yewa camp to express their anger at the inadequate security in and around the campus. And that's our collective wrap on Global TV AM News. I am Anthony Momodu saying good morning.